Hello again from Findlay Truck and R&V. We are now going to be touring the interior of the 2016 Phoenix Cruiser. We are currently looking at the entry door with the entry step in the locked position. To illustrate, when we open the door, the step stays out. We can also turn the step control off and that step will go in, and upon opening the door, that step will come out. Entry door does lock on the handle, as well as has a deadbolt up here. You can control both from the interior as well. As we enter the coach, we do have a shade that can be pulled down and put into place, and releasing goes back up. Just inside, a few things to point out. We have our fire extinguisher. We have our battery disconnect here. Battery disconnect you will want to be having in the use position or on when you are using the coach itself. When you are going to store, you want to flip the switch down, turning the battery's power to the coach off. Again, we just went over the step control. Patio light or porch light control is right here, and ceiling light control right there. All the other ones do work on a push button, as well as most of the lighting throughout this unit. There is also a screen door here. Simply pull it over and it will latch just over here on this other side, and retracts back into position. Your awning controls are just to the right, awning in versus awning out, and the awning lights are right there. Reclining chair. Moving up into the cab here. Standard dash controls throughout. The only real thing to point out that is different, this unit does come with a Mobileye driving assist. There is the cam unit up here, as well as a dial display over here. This white switch on the left side of the steering wheel does toggle it on and off. I'm not sure if you can see that blue light there. Pushing down and releasing leaves it on, and we can turn it off as well. Standing up, continuing onwards. Inside here, storage, television. Inside here, we have our antenna booster. When green light is on, antenna is on. When green light is off, antenna is off. Number of different hookups. Should you want, you can use this AV panel over here. DVD player does work through the front television, and sound does come through the speakers in the main portion. The radio stereo does have two speakers that work just above the bed in the back. I will point those out when we get there. Your antenna dial right here. To move the antenna, you'll want to push this little lever in on this side, and then you can rotate it in about a 360-degree fashion and back. Additional storage up top here. On this wall behind the driver's seat is your slide out control. You have your tank levels here. Tanks have all been emptied. Battery is full. Propane is nearly full, and your fresh tank is 2/3 full. Black and gray tanks have both been emptied. On the top here is going to be the inverter controls. This will be what you'll want to use when you're going down the road and you have food in the refrigerator and want to keep that fridge on. It will turn it on to auto LP, liquid propane. You just simply want to press that button there, and it will toggle itself on. And should you be without shore power and you want to make sure that you can also provide air conditioning to this unit, you do have generator controls from the interior. The generator will also run the air conditioner. Your inverter will work the TVs and the refrigerator. Again, button here works just like it did on the generator itself. We'll hold down until that indicator light comes on, and then we can fire the generator. And turning back off. There is an outlet just below as well. These chairs do pull out. There is a lever on both sides. Just inside here, there's a lever. You'll pull that, you can pull them out, and there are footstools that you can bring up for reclining, and then they just close like so. Lights up above here. Storage. Cup holder right here. Your refrigerator, currently in the on position, does have an on-off switch. Can change our temp 1 through 9. And we can also control our mode. We're on auto AC right now as we're plugged in. We could also go to liquid propane, or we can run 12 volt. Do have a fan control here. Controls this fan in the back. And turning back off, coming back down. When that vent closes, the fan itself continues turning off, and until the vent is open, the fan will not run. Spinning around to the dinette, single basin sink, faucet that pulls out, shades, crank windows, light in the kitchen, kitchen sink cover, slides into place like so. There's also a cover here for the stovetop. You will need a candlestick lighter in order to light these burners. You'll simply just want to place it next to the burner itself, holding the burner knobs to the light position. And again, we can close these up like so. Down below here, we do have another water pump control. Toggle that on, toggle that off, an outlet, and then right here, this controls your hot water heater, whether running on the electric side or on the gas side. Down below here, some additional storage, access to your water heater. Bunch of drawers, convection oven, storage up above. Just down below here, breaker box fuse panel, pops down like so and back into place. Wardrobe with a light, additional shelf, few more drawers, and in the back is the bed. On the bed is going to be your carbon monoxide propane alarm. Draw shades throughout, lighting, 2 rear speakers that run through the cab stereo. It does have a television set and a DVD player. Remotes and outlets for hooking up, as well as a hanging bar for clothing. Storage up above. And your thermostat here, currently on cool. We can cycle through here. Furnace. This unit also does have a heat pump, which pumps through the air conditioning unit itself. And back to our cool setting. Shower does have a light in here, as well as some additional light from the skylight. Step pedal toilet, you will simply want to press on this pedal here, drawing water into the bowl before flushing into the black tank, and also does come with a hose. Draw shade above the toilet, small vanity, additional storage and access to the plumbing for the bathroom sink, and your bathroom sink right here with an additional water pump, toggle switch, as well as controls for the tank heater. One additional thing I did want to point out on the city water connection on the exterior, really quickly, forgot to go over it on the exterior video. You will want this to be in the normal position when you are using the water pump, your tank fill position, which you don't need to run to, and your city water connection when you're running off of your hose. Hookup is right here, and you do have tank hookups, fresh tank hookup over here that you can utilize instead of running off of the water panel on the other side of the coach. Stepping back in, our stair drops down, back up in here. And this concludes the interior tour of the 2016 Phoenix Cruiser. Thank you.